My beautiful child, pause for just a moment because something very important is happening right now. There's a soft whisper from heaven that has been circling around your name since yesterday. And it's not just any whisper, it's your mother. She's been trying so hard to reach you. She's been watching over you for days now, calling to you in your dreams, through the flicker of a candle, or in the soft wind that brushed your face last night. That wasn't just your imagination, that was her. She said your name. Heaven heard her, and so did I. I am Archangel Michael, sent by God Himself to bring you something you were meant to receive. And if you're reading this right now, then the angels finally reached you. Before you skip past this, please don't. You've been ignoring divine signs for too long, and today, your mother begged that this message wouldn't be one of those times. She has something to say that could bring peace to your heart for the rest of your life. But I need you to promise, stay with me until the very end. Before we go any further, your mother whispered one more thing to me. She said, "Tell them to subscribe, because I will speak again, and next time it will be even more urgent." She believes in miracles, and if you believe too, then you'll want to hear what heaven sends next. So, subscribe now, not for me, not even for Michael, but for her. She's still watching. Now, listen closely, because what she's been trying to say since yesterday is something that could change everything. You've been feeling confused, haven't you? Like something's been off in your soul lately. It's not your fault. It's the weight of unspoken love. You've been carrying something, a guilt maybe, or a regret, something you never got the chance to say. But here's the miracle. She heard it. Even if you never spoke it out loud. Even if it only lived in your quiet thoughts when you were all alone. She heard every single word. Your mother didn't leave this world without love still alive in her heart. In fact, since she entered heaven, that love has only grown stronger. She's been given the gift to speak to you now, through this moment, through this message. Archangel Michael has held back all darkness, cleared the skies, just so your spirit could receive this light. And yes, this message isn't random. It's not just another video. This is a spiritual appointment. You were meant to open this right now. If you're wondering why you kept being drawn back to this page, why you couldn't look away, it's because your soul already recognized her voice. Even before your mind caught up, she wants you to hear this clearly. I never left. I was there during your hardest moments. Do you remember that night you cried yourself to sleep and whispered, "I miss you"? She remembers it too, because she was right there beside you. You thought the chills down your back were just the cold air, but that was her wrapping you in her presence, like a hug only a mother could give. You've spent years wondering if she's okay, if she's at peace, if she saw how hard you tried to make her proud. The answer is yes. A loud, undeniable, heavenly yes. She saw, she sees, she knows, and more than anything she wants you to stop punishing yourself for the things you didn't say or do. She says, "You did more than enough. You were my blessing in human form." And let me pause right here to say this clearly. Don't you dare think that your love went unnoticed. She tells me, with tears of joy, that every little act you did, the calls, the prayers, the quiet moments where you thought of her, were treasures in her soul. Even the pain you're still carrying now, she wants you to release it, because she doesn't want heaven to feel complete until you have peace here on earth. There were people who tried to break you, but they didn't succeed. You're still here, you're still breathing, you're still listening to messages like this. You're still holding love in your heart when you had every reason to let it go. That's not weakness, that's divine strength. And now your mother says something so deep, so holy, that it made the angels cry. She says, "Tell them I visit their dreams, but they forget when they wake up. Tell them I kissed their forehead last week. Tell them I've never stopped hugging their spirit." You've been doubting yourself again. You've let dark thoughts convince you that you're not worthy, or that you're somehow always in the wrong. But those thoughts aren't from heaven. They're lies meant to block your light. Archangel Michael says again, rebuke them now. Your mother is deeply upset by the way you speak to your own heart. She says, if they could only see themselves through my eyes from heaven, they'd never feel broken again. She sees you as radiant, holy, and chosen. Even after everything you've faced, your soul shines. That kind of beauty, pain mixed with light, is powerful beyond words. People tried to crush you, but you're still here. You're still alive. You're still searching, still believing, still full of love, even when it hurts. That's not a weakness. That's what makes you strong in ways most people will never understand. Now, she wants you to hear something sacred, something that brought tears to the angels. She says, tell them I come to their dreams, but they don't remember. Tell them I kissed their forehead just days ago. Tell them I've never stopped holding their soul in mine. You thought you were imagining it, didn't you? That moment when her perfume filled the room out of nowhere. That sudden feeling of calm when everything felt like it was falling apart. That random song that came on and made you cry without key. Knowing why. That was her. She's been trying so hard to reach you. And this message, this exact moment right now, is the breakthrough she's been praying for. Now she wants you to do something simple but powerful. She wants you to write something. Yes, actually write it down, even if it feels silly. She says, write me a letter. Say the things you didn't get to say. Fold it and sleep with it under your pillow. I promise I'll read it tonight. Archangel Michael confirms this is real. This isn't just a beautiful idea. This is real communication, soul to soul, earth to heaven. God allows this kind of miracle when the heart is ready, and yours is finally ready. You've been feeling like no one understands you, like no one sees what you're going through, like your silent battles are yours alone, but your mother does. She sees you, and she wants you to stop pretending everything is okay when your heart is begging to be heard. She says, cry if you need to. Don't hide your tears, there's healing in them. That's when I hold you. That's when I speak. And then she whispered something strange, something that made even Archangel Michael pause. She said, they think they're alone, but I'm about to prove they're not. There's a miracle on its way into your life. Within the next 9 days, something unexpected will happen. A moment, a sign, a divine shift that will stop you in your tracks. But she says it will only happen if you don't skip over this message. That's why you felt so drawn here. That's why you were told not to look away. This is more than a message. It's a spiritual contract. There's something else she needs you to know, and this part is urgent. She's warning you about someone close to you, someone who's pretending to care, but their energy isn't right. She felt it before you did, that uneasy feeling you've had when certain people speak with a smile, but your heart tightens. That's not paranoia, that's her trying to protect you. She's been sending you signs, but now she's begging Archangel Michael to make it clearer. You need to distance yourself from anyone who drains your light. You're about to walk through a very sacred and sensitive spiritual doorway. This next season of your life is holy. That's why she's speaking now, because your next decision could unlock something miraculous, but only if you're walking in the direction of your light. Not out of guilt, not out of fear, but with love. The kind of love she gave you. And here's something that might surprise you. She says you're closer than ever to something beautiful. A wish you made long ago, when you were just a child, is making its way back to you. She saw it happen. She whispered your wish to heaven with her own voice. She's doing everything she can to make sure it reaches you. But you have to keep believing. If you give up now, you'll stop just seconds before it arrives. This is why she's reaching out. This is why Archangel Michael has stepped in and interrupted your day. Because there's someone else in heaven standing beside her. Someone who's been watching you too. Someone you didn't expect. They haven't spoken until now, but your mother asked them to share something just for you. If you want to know who it is, stay with me, because what they're about to reveal will shake your heart. You may never get a message like this again. Your mother may try again later, but heaven is opening this window for you now. Subscribe if you want to stay connected to what she might say next. These micheal omens aren't random. Heaven uses them to reach your heart. Don't let this door close. Your mother wanted you to be strong enough to hear this next part. It might bring tears, but it will also bring healing. Standing beside her in heaven right now is someone you never imagined still thinks of you. A person who left this earth too soon. A soul you never got closure with. But right now, they're standing beside her, smiling at you. They asked your mother to speak first, knowing her voice would comfort you. But now, they step forward. Archangel Michael is holding the veil open for just a moment, letting this person speak through the light that surrounds you right now. And they want to tell you something that's been sitting in your heart for so long. They want you to know the truth. You didn't push them away. You didn't fail them. You were the best part of their time on earth. You mattered so much more than you realize. They said you brought them peace, even when you didn't feel peaceful yourself. And now, they want to give that peace back to you. But there's something else too, a warning. You've been doubting yourself a lot lately. You've been letting certain thoughts creep in and convince you that you're either too much or not enough, or that you're somehow a burden. But those thoughts aren't true. They're lies, planted by darkness, trying to dim the light in your soul. Archangel Michael says, rebuke them right now. Your mother is heartbroken over the way you've been speaking to yourself. She says, if only they could see what I see from heaven, they would never call themselves broken again. She calls you radiant. She calls you sacred. She calls you chosen. You've gone through so much pain, and yet your soul still shines. Do you know how powerful that is? And there's more. Something sacred. Your mother says she'll return tonight at exactly 3:17 a.m. That's when heaven's doorway opens again. Even if you're asleep, she'll come. She promises she'll leave a message in your dream or maybe in your body. You might wake with a strange warmth in your chest, or with tears already on your face, or from a dream that feels like a memory. That's her. That's the proof. Don't ignore it. If you want to prepare for her visit, place a glass of water near your bed, light a candle, or just picture one in your heart. Say her name out loud. Tell her you're ready. That's all she needs to appear. And then she says something so full of love that the angels had to turn away and cover their faces. She says, tell them I never died. I just became the wind that loves them forever. I became the sunlight that kisses their face. I became the moonlight that watches over them at night. I became the quiet that hugs their heart. I became eternal for them. You haven't really lost her, not in the way it feels. You've just been learning how to feel her in a new form. And now, my precious soul, it's your turn. Tonight, write her a letter. Say everything. Don't hold anything back. Don't try to be perfect or say the right words. She just wants you, your truth, your real heart. That's all she's ever wanted, and she will be there to receive every word. After that, watch what starts to happen. Doors will open, the pain will slowly fade, clarity will come, your dreams will return, your name will be spoken in places you've never been, and your heart will feel something it hasn't in a long time, a mother's hug. So, child of the light, Archangel Michael leaves you now with this final whisper. Your mother is proud of you. She always has been, even in the times when you couldn't feel proud of yourself. Today, she just needed you to hear this. She never stopped loving you. Oh, not for one moment. Not for one breath. She calls you her dove, her heart. And if you're feeling even the smallest bit of her presence right now, if your heart feels moved in any way, then subscribe now. Not because you're told to, not because it's a habit, but as a way of saying yes. Yes to more messages. Yes to more healing. Yes to letting her speak again. And yes to receiving every gift heaven is sending your way through her, because this isn't the end. This is only the beginning. She'll be with you tonight. And Archangel Michael, he hasn't moved. His wings are still covering you, but they're not made of feathers, they're made of light, the kind of light that comes from your mother's prayers, light that formed from every time she said your name in heaven. Light made from her love, the love she has never stopped pouring into you. Right now, you are standing in something rare, something sacred. A moment that heaven carved out just for you. A pause in time, created so you could hear this. So please, I beg you, don't click away. Don't look away. Because what I'm about to say next is the most important part of all. It's the one thing your mother pleaded with me to say to you. She said you keep blaming yourself for something that was never your fault. And when she said that, she cried. She wept because she saw you carrying something heavy, something invisible. A deep spiritual pain, a kind of guilt that you couldn't put into words. She said it's time to finally let go of it. You believed you could have saved her. You thought maybe you didn't do enough. Maybe you felt she left this world carrying sadness because of you. But your mother wants to tell you this clearly. It's not true. None of that is true. Before you were born, you promised her you would listen when heaven finally found a way through. And now, here we are. And she's asking one more thing from you. She says, tell them to forgive themselves. You've been punishing yourself for things you couldn't control. You've been carrying blame that was never yours to carry. It's been breaking her heart. She says, you were only human, my love. You were doing your best. I never held anything against you, so why do you? And this, right now, is the place where healing begins. Take a breath. Place your hand over your heart. Feel her there. She's with you. And she's smiling. Before we move on, please hear this last part from heaven. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Not for numbers. But because your mother may speak again soon, and she wants you to be here to hear every word. Click subscribe like it's lighting a candle in her name. Because to her, that little act matters. And now, she's giving Archangel Michael one last message. And this next part is where everything changes. Your mother just said something so powerful, so holy, that Archangel Michael stepped back in awe. She said, tell them to check under the bed or inside that old box they haven't opened in years. There's something there that still holds my energy, and when they find it, they'll know it's from me. She didn't explain what it was, she just smiled, but she was sure you'd know it the moment you saw it. It could be a letter you thought you'd lost, or maybe an old photo you forgot you kept. It might be a gift you never opened, or something small, like a handkerchief, a ring, or a folded napkin with her handwriting on it. That item isn't just a memory anymore. It's something she's been pouring her love into for months, waiting for the right time for you to find it again. And this is that moment. Archangel Michael is lifting the veil even more now, and he's showing you something important about the next 3 days. Heaven is working on something around you, not behind your back, but for your protection. You've been chosen to receive something meant just for you, something no one else around you was ever meant to have, and it's coming soon. But there's something you should know. Not everyone is going to be happy about this blessing. Michael says someone in your life, someone who acts like they support you, is going to feel threatened by your light. Your mother says this person has already felt jealous toward you more than once. You've felt it too, that weird tension, that uneasy feeling in your chest when they speak. Don't ignore it this time. You've brushed off your gut feelings before, but your mother is speaking louder now. Protect your peace. You don't have to explain the good things happening to you, and you definitely don't need to shrink your light to make others feel comfortable. The miracle coming your way isn't small, it's something so big it will even surprise you, and your mother will be the one delivering it, with your name written on it, sealed in heaven's perfect timing. But it will only come if you don't give up now. She says, I want them to know I left in peace. I held their love in my hands as I crossed into heaven. Their voice, even if it wasn't spoken out loud, was the last sound I felt in my soul. I carried their name with me into eternity. She carried you with her. You weren't too late. You weren't wrong. You didn't fail. She says, I need them to forgive themselves before this year ends. That's my only wish. And then, she did something so holy, so full of love, that even Archangel Michael was moved. She placed a spiritual blanket over your name and whispered, cover them, God, they're still my baby. She asked God to protect you for the rest of this year, from harm, from betrayal, from pain, from the depression that creeps back in like a shadow, from the loneliness that creeps in late at night when no one seems to understand what you're going through. And God said yes. Heaven said yes. Right now, extra angels are being sent to watch over you. You may feel their presence. You might hear soft wind sounds in your room when there's no breeze. You might hear a light tap or feel your name whispered in a dream. These aren't tricks of your mind. These aren't coincidences. These are real. These are reminders that she is alive, just in a new way. And more than anything, she wants you to know that you, child of light, are loved more deeply than you've ever known, loved more fully than your heart has ever fully felt, loved beyond what your mind can even hold. There is one last thing, one mystery your mother wants you to solve. She says somewhere in your home, tucked away and forgotten, there's a photo of her that you haven't looked at in years. Maybe it's hidden in a drawer, maybe it's stuck inside an old folder or tucked into a book you haven't opened in forever. She says, find that photo, hold it in your hands, speak to it, tell it what's in your heart. And when you do, when you peek to that photo, something miraculous will happen. She says the item might feel warm in your hand, or maybe the lights will flicker, or you'll feel a tear fall, but not from pain. That will be the moment your soul recognizes her energy, and in that moment, the last part of this message will settle into your spirit. After that, you won't grieve her the same way anymore. You'll still miss her, but now you'll carry her with strength. You'll remember her, and feel her near as you step into your purpose. And your purpose, it's so much bigger than you think. Your mother says you have no idea how important you are to heaven's plan. You are going to touch lives in ways you can't even imagine yet. That's why the darkness fought so hard to break you. But it didn't win. Your pain didn't destroy you. Your losses didn't define who you are. You're still here. And because you didn't give up, heaven is getting ready to bless you. Archangel Michael says, in the next 6 weeks, something life-changing is coming. It might be a big breakthrough with your money, or meeting someone who feels like they were always meant to be part of your story. Maybe it'll be a letter in the mail with news you've been hoping for. Maybe it's a new home, or healing in your body, or a relationship that finally comes back to you. Whatever it is, it's tied to her last wish for you. And that wish is this: live. Live fully. Live boldly. Live with joy. Don't live your days like you're just trying to survive until the end. Live like she's still with you, because she is. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not broken. You are a walking miracle, still growing, still healing, still moving forward. So now, take one more deep breath with me. Feel her. She's here right now. She's softly saying your name like a lullaby only heaven understands. And tonight, when the world gets quiet and you're alone, talk to her. Say what's in your heart. She'll hear you, because she's never stopped listening. And if one day you forget what this moment felt like, or if you begin to doubt again, come back and watch this message as many times as you need to, because her voice lives in these words, her light lives in your breath, and her love, it's forever. One last time, you will remember her with strength. You will feel her walking next to you as you step into your calling. And your purpose is powerful. Your mother says you don't yet realize how deeply heaven needs you. You are about to make an impact that will stretch farther than you think. That's why the hard seasons were so intense, because the enemy was scared of you. But it couldn't stop you. Your pain didn't defeat you. Your losses didn't erase your value. You are still standing, and because you are, heaven is preparing a gift just for you. Michael leans in again. He says, within the next 6 weeks, expect something that shifts everything. It might be help with your finances, or a divine connection that changes your path, or long-awaited news that comes by mail. It could be a home, a healing, or a heart finding its way back to you. Whatever it is, it connects to your mother's final wish. And that wish is clear. Live. Don't hold back. Don't live like you're waiting for life to be over. Live like she's still holding your hand. Because she is. You're not cursed. You're not forgotten. You're not broken. You are a miracle still becoming. So take a breath with me again. Feel her love around you. She's whispering your name, softly and lovingly. Tonight, when everything is quiet, talk to her. Say whatever's in your heart. She's listening. And if you ever forget this message, if doubt creeps back in, come back here, as many times as you need to. Her love lives inside these words. Her presence lives inside your breath. Her love, it doesn't end. Dove, if any of this touched your heart, subscribe now, not for me, but because your mother wants to speak again soon. And the next message might be even more personal. She's not done loving you, not even close, so hold her close in memory, feel her hug in your heart, and live the kind of life she dreamed you'd live. She's watching, she's proud, she's with you, always. Beautiful soul, we are now reaching the sacred final moment of this message, where Archangel Michael gently closes the heavenly scroll and your mother wraps her love around you like the softest blanket heaven could give. Here is what she says now. One last thing, something you've been needing to hear for a long time. I forgive you. Not that she ever blamed you, but she knows you've been waiting to hear it. And now, she's asking you to forgive yourself too. She's speaking to the part of you that cries when no one sees, the version of you that carries the weight of guilt like a stone in your chest, the part of you that feels like you didn't do enough, that you missed the signs. She sees that version, and she loves that version just as much as she loved the little one who used to run into her arms. She's not asking for perfection, she's asking for peace. She's asking you to stop punishing yourself, to stop thinking you need to suffer to prove you loved her. You already proved your love by remembering her. Her voice is softer now, full of warmth. You can almost feel it in the air, like a glow pressing gently on your heart. That warmth, that's her. She's closer than you've ever realized. And then, she says something so holy. Archangel Michael places his hand over his heart. Tell them, she whispers. I will be there when they take their final breath. I will hold their hand. I will walk with them, and they will not be afraid, because they will see me, smiling, waiting with open arms. Michael steps closer now, his voice turning soft. He says there's something else you need to hear, something your mother was too emotional to say herself. She came to your home last night. Yes, last night. That soft breeze near the curtain, the flicker of your bedroom light, the moment your phone glitched at 2:11 a.m. None of that was random. She was there, walking quietly, watching you sleep, trying to find the right time to whisper this message into your heart. And now, you're finally hearing it. She also saw something in your room, something you may not have noticed. She says you've been going to bed with sadness in your chest, a heavy weight inside you. Even though you smile around others, you still cry when you're alone. She knows. She sees the pain you try to hide, even from yourself. And she says, "Let them cry, let it all come out, because in their tears, I will wash their heart clean." Archangel Michael now opens his hand, and something beautiful appears, shimmering light in the form of a spiritual scroll, a divine message from heaven. Your name is written on it. It says, "A spiritual inheritance is being released to you." That means something that belongs to your family line, something that was always meant for you, whether it's money, love, healing, clarity, opportunity, or even land, is finally being released. And the one who's been praying for it in heaven? Your mother. She's been speaking your name over and over in the heavens, asking for this gift to be given to you. And heaven finally said yes. But Michael has a warning. Do not return to the people or places that hurt you. If you go back to what broke you, the blessing will be delayed. Your mother says, the moment they fully choose peace, everything will start to change. And now, something incredible. Your mother says she's coming again tonight, around 3:17 a.m. That's when the spiritual window opens. Wide. Even if you're asleep, she says she'll come. She'll leave a message, maybe in your dream, maybe in your body. You might wake with warmth in your hands or tears in your eyes, or you may have a strange dream that feels more real than anything else. That's her. That's the sign. Don't ignore it. She also saw something else in your room. Something you still might have missed. She says that sadness in your chest is still weighing you down, and even though you try to smile and keep going, the pain hasn't left. She sees you crying in silence, and it hurts her. She says, "Let them cry. Let all the pain out. That's how I'll comfort them. That's how I'll speak to them." Archangel Michael is now showing something even deeper. In his palm is the same scroll, glowing brighter now. Your name shines on it. It still says, "A spiritual inheritance is being released." And that means something special. Something tied to your bloodline, something heaven held back until now, is finally yours. Love, money, answers, healing, or maybe a doorway you've been waiting on for years, it's being given to you now. And it's your mother who fought for it. She stood in the gap for you in heaven, and heaven finally approved it. But again, Michael reminds you, don't go back to the people or patterns that broke you. Don't give your light to what once drained it. Your mother is so clear. Once they choose peace with both hands and mean it, everything will change. That is her promise. So you can stop being afraid of the future. You can stop wondering what will happen when this life ends. Because when that moment comes, your mother will be there. Until then, she wants you to truly live, to love without holding back, to dance when the music moves you, to cry when your heart is full, to speak up when your voice shakes, to protect your peace, and to trust that every goodbye isn't the end. She says you are now entering a new chapter. The grief doesn't disappear, but it changes. It becomes sacred memory. It becomes gentle strength. It becomes the reason you smile when you hear her favorite song, smell her favorite food, or see the moon glowing at night. You are allowed to live a life full of joy, even while missing her. She wants that for you, and so does God. That's why Archangel Michael was sent. That's why your spirit was pulled here to this message. That's why you couldn't scroll past this one, because it was hers. She told heaven to wait until the moment you were ready. And now that you've heard it, everything will begin to move again. Your energy will lift, your smile will feel real again, your path will light up, and your heart will carry something it hasn't held in a long time, a mother's hug. So beautiful soul, here's your final instruction. Don't just walk away like nothing happened. Do something small to honor her today. Light a candle, look at her photo, write her a letter, say her name out loud. Or simply place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I know you're still here." Because she is, and if you ever forget this, come back. She'll still be here in this message, she'll still be speaking through it, and Archangel Michael will still be watching, waiting for the next time heaven allows her to visit again. You are deeply loved, more than you know. You are being guided, even if you don't always feel it. And your miracle is already on the way. Tonight, before you fall asleep, angels will gather around you, and your mother will kiss your soul. If this message felt like it was written just for you, it was. Subscribe now, not for numbers, but so your heart never misses another holy moment like this again. You weren't supposed to find this, you were brought here. Let her speak again, because next time, it might not just be her. It might be your father, your soulmate, your future child, or even God himself. This is only the beginning, and she's still listening, always, with a love that never fades. "Do you remember," she whispers, "how I used to say, 'I'll always be with you'? You thought I meant just for this life, but I meant for every life, every version of you, every path your soul takes, because there's something you've forgotten. Something heaven has been waiting to remind you of. You weren't just her child in this life. You've been connected far longer than you know, from a divine place where souls meet before they are born, and promise each other forever. Your mother made a promise. I will return to earth again, even just to love you one more time. And she did. She came. She loved you deeply, and now, even though she's not here in body, she's still working for you from the other side. She's helping things move in your favor. She's gently whispering to people's hearts to forgive you, making paths line up that you haven't even seen yet. She's standing in front of heaven's gate, saying your name out loud, saying, "God, please bless my child next. They've gone through enough." And when a mother cries out like that, heaven listens. That's why things are going to start shifting for you, slowly at first, so quietly you might think it's just life happening. But then all at once, everything will begin to change, and when it does, you'll feel her. Maybe as a soft breeze on your cheek, maybe as a sudden chill in a room that's closed, maybe through a smell you haven't noticed in years that suddenly fills the air. That's not just a memory, that's a visit. You've been chosen, beloved soul, to feel something most people never do, a bond that goes beyond life and death, a love so strong it reaches through time, space, and heaven itself. Your mother's love didn't stop, it just became something even greater. That's why Archangel Michael is still here, still standing close, still watching over you. Because when a mother's love reaches across worlds, even the angels pause to listen. And now, let me tell you something your mother didn't say out loud, but she's shouting it through light and spirit now. You are so much stronger than you realize, and you're about to see that strength for yourself. You've told yourself you're tired, that you're lost, that maybe you'll never feel whole again, but she sees the truth. She sees the fire still inside you, the spark that never went out no matter how dark it got. She sees the part of you that heaven is about to bring forward, a version of you who walks into a room and changes the atmosphere, a version of you who remembers who you are and why you're here. Tonight, she wants you to say it out loud. Say, "I am my mother's miracle. I am part of heaven's plan. I'm not done yet." Because you're not. There are still people you're meant to meet, love you're meant to feel, places you're meant to go, where she'll walk with you, spirit by your side. There's laughter still waiting for you. And one day, there will be a story you'll tell, a story about how you thought you were falling apart, but heaven was actually putting you back together. She wants you to remember this moment. Let it mark something new in your heart. Let this be the night you say yes to living again. Not just existing, really living. Oh, and just now she whispered something more. Tell them the birds are my sign. Have you been noticing them lately? A bird landing close? A feather on the sidewalk? A strange bird pattern in the sky? That's her. That's always been her. Pay attention. Her signs are going to increase. You'll start noticing numbers too. 1011, 317, 555. Repeating numbers, strange times on the clock, alarms going off when they shouldn't. She's using time and creation to get your attention. You might smile or doubt it, but she'll keep sending signs anyway, because love doesn't stop. She says, if I could knock on their door, I would. But instead, I'll knock on their heart. And this message, this is that knock. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. You've walked through enough darkness. Now it's time to move toward the light. Your mother isn't just in heaven, she is heaven. And every time you choose peace instead of fear, forgiveness instead of anger, hope instead of doubt, joy instead of emptiness, she rises up again inside you. You are more like her than you know. You carry her laughter in your smile, her prayers in your bones, her light in your eyes. So please don't shut those eyes too early. There's still so much more for you to see. More love, more healing, more wonder, more purpose. And yes, so many blessings still waiting for you. Now Archangel Michael is slowly folding his wings. That means this sacred visit is coming to a close. But before he steps away, he gently places a heavenly mark on your life. You are covered, you are protected, you are wrapped in divine light. You are being led forward by the same voice that once sang you to sleep. That voice is still singing, and yes, you can hear it. You just have to listen. This moment, it's not an ending. It's a beginning, wrapped in a goodbye. And tonight, when the night is still and quiet, don't just hope she comes. Expect it. She will come. And when she does, you will feel it. You will know. And most of all, you'll remember. You were never really alone. This is the final whisper from heaven. Subscribe now. Not because of numbers or algorithms, but because your mother asked me to keep speaking for her. And I will. But only if you're here to listen. She said the next message will be even more personal. It might even include your name. Don't miss it. With all the warmth of heaven and your mother's hug, yes, let's stretch this moment just a little longer. Soft, sacred, endless. Because your soul isn't finished receiving. Your mother isn't done talking, and heaven, it's still open. So listen closely. The angels haven't left. The scroll still glows with your name. Archangel Michael is still watching, and he sees your heart. He knows you feel it, that warmth, that tightness in your throat, the tears rising when you didn't expect them. That's how you know this isn't just a message, this is a holy visit. Your mother is here, right now, so close you can almost feel her breath. She says, tell them this. I never stopped being their safe place. Let that sink in. You've looked for safety in people, in distractions, in silence, but her soul never left. She's been here the whole time, watching, praying, covering you in light. When you wanted to give up, she lit candles in heaven just to keep you going. She saw your worst days, and she never judged you. She saw you crying in the shower, smiling by morning like everything was fine. She saw the message you wrote but deleted, scared to send it. She saw you scrolling through your phone at night, just trying to feel something. She saw the moment you whispered, what if I just disappeared? And she turned to heaven and said, please hold them. They don't see how precious they are, but I do. Yes, you are precious, even when the world forgets, even when you forget. And dear one, heaven does not make mistakes. God chose you to stay, to keep going, not because you were weak, but because your light was meant to help others find their way out of the dark too. That's why you feel so deeply. That's why you hurt in places other people don't even notice. That's why love has always been both your strength and your struggle. But your mother says, don't shut down now. That's not who you are, not even after everything. Even after the betrayals, after the heartbreak, after the people who said they'd be there but left, after the ones who promised they'd never go and then disappeared, after the friends who stopped calling, the ones who made you question your worth, your mother says, stay soft, stay pure, stay loving. That's how I raised you. That's who you really are. And then she added something else, something gentle but strong. She said, tell them I will be at their wedding. I'll be there in their big wins. I'll be right there the moment they smile again for real, without faking it anymore. You might be thinking your best days are already behind you, like maybe the joy you once had is long gone. But that's not true. Archangel Michael is smiling now. He says your next 7 weeks are going to bring so much goodness, it will confuse the people who doubted you, and bring peace to your tired soul. You've stepped into divine timing now. That heavy pain you've been holding on to for so long, it wasn't wasted. It's being turned into something valuable. Spiritual treasure. You're about to be paid in peace. All the confusion you've battled through, it's going to turn into understanding. All the weight on your chest, it's about to lift. You'll be given clarity. And most of all, you're going to feel free again. The kind of freedom you thought you'd never feel again. The kind you forgot was even possible. But hold on, before this message ends. Your mother just whispered something very personal, something she really needs you to hear. She said, tell them, I know about the mistake, and I love them anyway.